Clemson's strong June on the recruiting trail continues. They just landed Darien Mayo, a 4-star defensive end out of Olney, Maryland. Big add for this class. It's their first defensive end in the class. He's a 4-star, like I said, 0.9298. So, not squeaking in, is barely a 4-star. He had offers from huge programs, including Southern Cal, Ohio State, and it was thought to come down to Michigan or Clemson for his commitment, but he canceled the official visit to Michigan, which was a pretty big sign he was coming to Clemson, and then committed to the Tigers shortly thereafter. Big get, first defensive end in the 2024 class for the Tigers. He's from Maryland, and the state's actually been quite good to the Tigers. Dorian O'Daniel went to the same high school as Mayo, Good Counsel High School. They also got 5-star Shaq Smith and Brian Brzee out of Maryland. So it's been a good state for the Tigers. You're looking at next season, this coming season, Clemson's got all veterans on that defensive line, and they'll all depart after this season. So 2024 is going to have a young defensive line. And I don't know if Darien Mayo is going to come in and make a huge impact as a freshman, but as a sophomore, there could be room for him to. Looking at the 2024 year, which would be his freshman year, Cade Denhoff's probably starting at defensive end. He was a huge recruit back when he came in, a 0.9536, a really high 4-star. And then opposite him, you've got Zaire Patterson, TJ Parker, Jaheim Lawson. So, there's not a ton of, there's no proven guys who you expect to play defensive end, projecting that far out. But, that could be I don't want to say a weakness, but, an area where someone could come in and start, earning snaps. I think as a sophomore, he could really make an impact, as Cade Denhoff would then likely be gone. So, he could come in and be a guy who's by sophomore year is making a big impact. A couple other things, but before I hit those, just want to say, please like this video. Definitely subscribe to this channel if you want to see more videos like this one. So Darien Mayo, I watched his tape and I was pretty impressed. Good speed. At 6'7", he doesn't look goofy or like he needs to grow into his body, swim moves, spin moves. So I do think he is, what his rating says he is. He's a high 4-star and a huge get for Clemson. Looking at Clemson in the 24/7 composite rankings, there's only 4 schools that have both a higher average rating of recruit and more recruits. That's Georgia, Ohio State, Florida, and Southern Cal. I think so. Those schools have stronger classes. Not going to kind of mince that. But beyond that, Clemson only has 12 commits, so most of the schools above them are above them because they just have more numbers. So Clemson has a chance to, continue adding quality players and move up to as high as the top 5 class. I think is reasonable if everything breaks their way. They're looking at Edric Houston as another defensive end. They want to add a second one. He's probably going to Ohio State. That's what most of the experts say, but Clemson's still in on it. If they don't land him, they'll expand their board. They'll like to bring in a second defensive end. So that's something to watch. The other thing about Darien Mayo, he with his size is 250 pounds. Again, not a scrawny guy who's going to have to grow into his body necessarily, although he will probably gain more weight given he's 6'7". I've seen him listed at 6'8" some places too. But he said that Clemson told him he could play both sides of the line, so strong side and weak side defensive end, which is interesting. But beyond defensive end, Ricardo Jones is another top 200 player to keep an eye on the next. He's going to announce on Tuesday. And it was supposed to be Clemson or Florida State, but he, just like Darien Mayo did, he canceled the visit to the other option. So he canceled his Florida State visit. So, hopefully this video doesn't age poorly, but it seems very good that he will commit to Clemson. Auburn is the only one that's still kind of in the mix. According to the On3 prediction machine, they have it 96.5% to Clemson, with Auburn being the only one over 1% at 1.1%. So he's likely another strong addition, another top 200 player by the 24/7 composite that may come to Clemson soon. And that's a big one, not just for Clemson, but for the Clemson-Florida State rivalry. Florida State, it's been so frustrating to see how they have used the portal to rebuild their program, get the hype. They're going to be favorites in the ACC this year. And with their success, you would expect that to start translating to more traditional high school recruiting. Clemson's got to keep winning there. That's where they're really dominating Florida State. And so if he does commit to Clemson, it's a big boost in that regard. So, hey, thanks for watching this video. Definitely comment below, but if you'd like to join the conversation, I'm actually on a new app called Bunches. It's available for the iOS and coming second half of this year to Android. I'll put the information on here, but I'll also put the link to join our bunch, our group, where we're having great discussion with 30 or 40 other Clemson fans. I'm actually going to close it up in a couple of weeks. So get in now while it's still open. Thanks for watching. And again, please subscribe to this channel. Go Tigers.